Hello, and here I am sitting on my throne, and I'd just like to send a message to the newly crowned King Charles III of England, Scotland, and God knows how many other countries. And while I'm at it, I'd like to say hi to King Philippe of Belgium, Margriet II of Denmark, hi Wilhelm Alexander of the Netherlands, Harold V of Norway, and of course Philip VI of Spain. Cheers, guys! Hello, and here is this week's question. Why is the United Kingdom still a kingdom? This week's picture shows, from the top of a windy tower, the imposing walls of Caernarfon Castle in northwest Wales. Built by King Edward I of England in the late 13th century to replace an earlier Norman castle, it was designed to help cement English control over the newly conquered Wales. 7 centuries later, in 1969, the empty shell of the long disused castle was used for the investiture of the Prince of Wales, the heir to the British monarchy. Charles, the 20-year-old son of Queen Elizabeth II, swore an oath to defend the unity of his future kingdom. In September 2022, Prince Charles became King Charles III of post-Brexit Britain, but his son William, the new Prince of Wales after his accession, has no plans to repeat his father's investiture, as he fears an old-fashioned and possibly divisive ceremony could damage his reputation as a modernizer. Big thick walls surrounding an interior with very little value except as a tourist attraction is perhaps a good way to describe the current situation of the British royal family. At the time of King Charles's taxpayer-funded high-security coronation in May 2023, a survey by the BBC found that a majority of people under the age of 50 thought that King Charles was out of touch with the British public. 38% of those under 25 believed that the head of state should be elected, 6% more than those who were in favour of the monarchy continuing. Furthermore, only 36% of the same age group agreed that the public-funded royal family was good value for money. So, why is the United Kingdom, as well as 10 other constitutional monarchies in Europe, still a kingdom? Let's consider the practicalities. According to Wikipedia, there are currently 43 nations and a population of 500 million people in the world with a monarch as head of state. King Charles is king of 15 of them, with 150 million subjects. And he is also the head of the Church of England. It isn't a simple case of one man, one crown. Another probable reason for the survival of hereditary heads of state in the 21st century is that modern parliamentary democracies have stripped them of any real power. Monarchs in Europe fulfill a largely ceremonial role, serving as a link to that country's past and traditions. They represent the nation in a reasonably neutral manner and, perhaps excepting Britain, are competitively cost-effective when compared to neighbouring republics. Important constitutional reforms are notoriously difficult and long-winded when revolutions and executions are not involved. In 1649, England's Parliament beheaded King Charles I during the English Civil War, and the country effectively became a republic until Parliament approved the restoration of his son as King Charles II in 1660. Since then, Britain's hereditary monarchs have shown a willingness to negotiate reforms with elected parliaments, rather than stubbornly insist on absolute power. Many historians argue that this is the reason the UK has avoided the upheaval and revolutions that other European countries have experienced. Finally, the British royal family is often cited by politicians as being essential for tourism. The French might disagree though. The Fifth Republic's castles and palaces are empty of aristocrats, but full of tourists, with France receiving more than double the visitors Britain does. Will King Charles keep his kingdom united? How many of his overseas subjects will decide to become republics, such as Barbados did in 2020? Can a 74-year-old white man persuade multicultural youngsters to get behind a 1,000-year-old institution? Only time will tell. Let's chat about the image and those ideas. Number 1. Describe the picture in as much detail as possible. Number 2. Are there many castles in your area? Are they visitable? Are they in ruins? Number 3. Are you in favour of hereditary heads of state? Give reasons for your answer. Number 4. How well do you know the history of your country? Do you want to know more? Number 5. Do you ever read about the British royal family in the media? Why? Why not? And here's an activity for you. Describe the constitutional system of your country. Propose some changes to improve it. Thank you for sharing your time with me today. Have a great day, have a great week, and have an absolutely fantastic weekend. Bye.